Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on a brand new product that I was really interested in trying out, and that is the new Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream. Now, I purchased this with my own money. It was $26 at Sephora, and there was a huge color range, but I decided to go with Light 7 Warm, which I believe was the darkest of the light shades, or at the very least it was the darkest of the light warm shades, because they do split the colors up to warm, neutral, and cool, and they also have light, medium, and dark. So there's a very big color range. I believe there was 21 shades in the Sephora that I went to. I stood there and counted them, and they went all the way from literally white at the absolute end all the way to a lot darker. So they are a lot of shades. There should hopefully be a shade for everyone. And it is supposed to be a 24-hour full coverage concealer. So we are going to put that to the test today. I have tried the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and I really did like that foundation. It's definitely a heavier, thicker foundation, but it is super full coverage. So I am hoping the same from this concealer, that it's going to be super full coverage like it claims to be. Although I do get a little nervous when it comes to super full coverage concealers like this, just because I find that they do crease in my under eye area, and that's mainly where I apply my concealer. So we're going to put it to the test today and see if it's worth the $26 or if it's worth any dollars at all for that matter. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys like my first impression videos, and I will be sure to do more first impressions, and just let me know in the comments what products you guys want me to do first impressions on, and I'll go out and get them and do them for you guys. And yeah, without further ado, if you're interested in seeing my thoughts on this product, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, so I have already applied my foundation. Today I used the Armani Luminous Silk, in case you are wondering, but now we're going to go in with the new Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer and see how it works. So right off the bat, I do really like the packaging, very Kat Von D-esque with like the drip right here. It kind of reminds me of like the Kylie Jenner cosmetics, like Kylie Cosmetics packaging as well, with like the drips, but I do really like it. Definitely very sleek and luxurious. I feel like it's like sturdy. It's not glass, I'm assuming it's plastic, but it does feel very sturdy. And this is 0.22 ounces, so 6.25 grams, and yeah. It is a doe foot applicator, and this actually is pretty tiny and pretty slanted. It's a little different than like a classic doe foot, so we'll see how it works. I'm just going to go ahead and start applying it. I'm going to put it in a triangle underneath my eye. Oh, the doe foot is actually very soft. I like that a lot. It's a lot softer than like the NARS Radiant Creamy. I love that concealer, but I'm not crazy about the applicator. I feel like it's very hard and kind of tugs at the under eyes. This one I don't get that at all. It's very soft and bends, so I do really like that. This is incredibly thick, you guys. I mean, I kind of assumed that it was going to be, just because I have tried the foundation, and the foundation was very thick, and I mean, it is supposed to be such full coverage, so I assumed, but it's certainly really thick. I'm just going to bring some down the bridge of my nose as well to balance out that highlight, and right above my cupid's bow. A little on my chin and my forehead. I'm getting kind of nervous because it is so thick that I feel like it might crease really bad, but I'm hoping not. I am going to blend it out with a dampened Beauty Blender sponge, so let's see. So for as thick of a consistency as this concealer is, it's really not that hard to blend out. I mean, it's definitely harder than a more liquidy product would be, but in comparison to other thick concealers, it's really not that difficult to blend it out, at least not with a Beauty Blender, so that is nice. I thought it was going to be a lot harder to blend out. It also is definitely incredibly full coverage. Like if you guys can tell, it's really full coverage, which is really nice, you know, because I feel like a lot of concealers nowadays are, you know, not really that full coverage, and people that really, you know, want to cover up stuff that you would want to, you know, use a concealer for, it's hard to find like a really great one. So this one would be, I think, really good if you have like hyperpigmentation or acne scarring or acne that you want to cover up. This would be a really great concealer for that, I think, like as of right now, just because of how high coverage it is. Then I am just going to set that with some Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I always set my concealer regardless to make it so that it doesn't crease and that it is set all day, so I am going to set it just like I would any other concealer. Alright, so this is what it looks like when it's all blended and set. So far I do really like it. It is super high coverage. I think this kind of concealer, as far as I can tell right now, would be really great, like I said, for someone that's really looking to cover up some of their problem areas, just because the coverage is so high. But it certainly is thick, so if you are looking for something that's a little more natural, quick and easy, this probably wouldn't be what I would go for because it is very thick. It does take a little bit longer than a typical concealer to blend out. But like I said, I was impressed on actually how easy it was to blend it out for the thickness of the concealer, because this is probably the thickest concealer that I've ever tried. So I am a little bit nervous that it's going to crease in my under eye area just because it is so thick, but if it doesn't, I feel like I'm really going to like this concealer because it is really full coverage. It gives a beautiful kind of flawless look to the skin, and you guys know that I really like that. So I do have high hopes, and I will be checking in with you guys throughout the day. It is 11:32 a.m. right now. I have a bunch of errands to run, so I'm going to be out for most of the day, but I will check in with you guys at least once before the day is over to give you guys my final thoughts and check in with you and let you know kind of how I liked the concealer and you know, what my first impression of it is. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. Alrighty, you guys, it's late and I am tired. It is 10:01 p.m. if you guys can see that. And I am back with my final check-in and to give you guys my final thoughts on this new Kat Von D Lock-It concealer. And overall, I actually do really, really like it. I mean, obviously I look completely expired right now just because my makeup has been on for a long time. I have my hair up, like I'm literally ready to get into the shower and go to bed, but I wanted to film this for you guys. But overall, if you actually look at my under eye area, it honestly still looks really, really good. So I'm incredibly impressed. Like you can see with the rest of my face that like the foundation came off, but then my under eye area is like the foundation, the concealer is still like on and looks fine. So I'm actually very, very impressed with it. It really does last a very long time. I went to the gym, I went and got my nails done, I was out all day running around, and it was like 90 degrees in New Jersey, so it really did last very, very well. So I was very impressed with that. And it still looks very full coverage as well, and it really did not like settle into my fine lines at all actually. Like maybe a teensy little bit in my little fine lines right in here, but pretty much every concealer does settle into those tiny fine lines that I have. I've never found one that didn't. But this one did not crease terribly by any means. I actually am very, very impressed with it. The only thing I didn't really like is it definitely does feel a little bit heavy, a little bit cakey on the skin just because it is very thick. As soon as you apply it, you'll realize that it is very thick. It's definitely not a watery or moisturizing concealer by any means. For me personally, I typically go for moisturizing concealers. Like I love the Too Faced Born This Way concealer because I feel like it's very moisturizing to my under eyes, where this one I don't get that feeling, but this is a lot more pigmented, a lot better full coverage. So it really depends on what you are looking for. If you're looking for a concealer that's going to be full coverage, that's going to cover up any problems that you might have or really cover up under eye circles, I think this is a great one to give a try to. If you struggle with really dry skin, you're kind of looking for a concealer that's more moisturizing, a little more lightweight for every day, this probably wouldn't be a concealer that I would recommend to you. So it really depends what you're looking for in a concealer. But if you're looking for full coverage, you're looking for something long lasting, I really think that this is a great option to check out. I really, really like it. I am going to keep it. When I first actually applied it, I was like, oh gosh, I might exchange this for something else. I don't know if I'm gonna like this because it was just really thick and it kind of caught me a little off guard, even though I knew going in that it was gonna be thick because it's Kat Von D and it's the Lock-It line, which is thicker consistency because of the coverage. But I really am impressed with the lasting power. Like I'm looking now even under all of my lights and you can literally clearly see my foundation, where it came off in different places, but my under eye concealer is like still intact 100%. So that really does show a lot. So overall, I do give this concealer 2 big thumbs up. Let me know what your thoughts were when you tried it down below, because I know, you know, my skin is dry, so if you have oily skin, I'd be interested to hear what you thought about it, or, you know, just in general, what you guys thought about it. But overall, I did really, really like it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you want me to do more first impressions, I absolutely will. I love filming these for you guys, so just leave me the products that you want first impressions on down below, and I'll be sure to do that. Thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!